And we're back.
Yeah, you know, I still don't know what Death Stranding is, to be honest.
I don't either.
Who
All I know
does?
is it's you walk
Nobody
around in a
does.
hazmat suit and smack cunts with briefcases. I think what's the combat?
You
And
fight
you
things
have
with
a ladder.
golden masks.
And you have a ladder and a baby.
Yeah.
Golly, I sure do wonder what happened to all the bureaucrats.
Fucking,
Did you say ladder?
Kojima
He's a
Productions. Kojima Productions, more like Kojima's a hack.
Welcome back, folks, and welcome Ash to another episode of Rising Sun. Last time, the party beat up an old man and killed the secretary. And then Scott came back. And now we see
You're
it.
not wrong.
I think that about sums it up.
Yeah. Kill the secretary, kill the man, Scott came back. Just
That
about.
was respectable, if not very smart.
How is it
Damn.
respectable? She was sitting at her desk.
She was a bureaucrat.
The instructor must die.
I'm talking about
worse.
the main guy. I'm talking about the main guy, not the chick. Not the chick at the fucking counter. Because I'm trying to draw attention away from the blatant murder.
I will repeat myself. Redemption is for the weak.
Damn.
I love how the fervent corn worshipper is lecturing us on the.
The fervent corn worshipper is a fucking Kriegsman.
I love how. I love how
do
this
not see your
one
point.
event has started in party bullshit. That we didn't really have before now. In any case.
Yeah,
The living Holocaust doesn't see your point.
They don't count as civilians if they don't count as people.
That is true.
they're all orcs when the bombs explode. Prometheum sticks to nids.
I actually have the fucking Lego Star Wars visual.
Our
That's
Star
the
Wars,
worst
our
fucking
Star
part.
Wars, our diplomat in the Star Wars campaign, ladies and gentlemen.
So,
Peace
What
was
do you mean,
never an option.
diplomat? It's Star Wars. There is no diplomacy.
That wasn't very cash money of you.
Oof.
You find it's extremely cash money of him.
Oy vey.
the memes are strong with us tonight. Anyway. Jane has not Jane, fucking Ursula has returned. Do you want to say anything, Ursula? Apparently
Things
not.
are kind of
Oh.
new. Maybe later. Also, her eating pizza because professionalism.
Good.
Excellent.
Actually, she spawned with some pizza. Let's let.
This is all
Station
pizza,
13.
it's
Space Station 13. Oh.
Heretic burger!
He's turning her into a Papa John's. Security, come quick.
You cannot consent to it being a pizza.
Forget
just
about
fuck- just-
seeds, forget about corn, forget about
Just fucking wait. Just fucking wait. On the next
Slanesh
floor.
pizza.
On the next floor, fucking Stu is gonna ask us. We're gonna step all out of the elevator, and Stu is gonna ask us to do a fucking agility.
Agility.
So that we don't fucking slide down the hallway.
into the void.
Back in my day, we only had spam and monster.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
what are we doing?
You've got the codes, so
Yes. From his dead corpse.
So you have the code? Cool. Let's go crack open that safe and leave before anything else bad happens.
I couldn't bother you for some healing, could I? I'm almost dying.
I need healing.
Ursula comes back. Everybody's just like, "Oh, finally, the healer's back."
Let me
Yes.
see.
Doesn't
literally
even
were.
say like
Now we
doesn't
realise
even
that we
say
all
hi.
left you to die.
Doesn't even say hi.
Stu.
yeah.
Showa has Die Hard. I forgot.
Alright, cool. So
So he's
basically,
able to go for a bit.
right, I'm gonna add a +10 to that, Skog, because you're being assisted by Ziv.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Who were you
Should I
healing?
roll for that, actually?
I was healing Ziv.
You were healing. Okay. Let's have
Can
a
I
look.
roll to try to assist healing myself?
No, you don't have to roll. You just literally give him bonuses to his roll. So, what's your intelligence bonus, Ursula?
Who?
Me or Ursula?
Skog.
I've got 43 with a 2.
43.6.
I got a small brain attachment. It's big sad.
No, it's a then that is a 5, isn't it?
So look.
A 4 bonus with a 2 unnatural is a 5 total, isn't it?
Let's have a look. So you have an intelligence of 40 and then unnatural int 2.
If it's a brain attachment, it's a natural int, isn't it?
It's a narrow success, so I'd imagine it would just be the 2 degrees of success from the unnatural intelligence.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much. So, in that case, you heal 9 wounds, Ziv.
Yes!
How many on now?
3.
Oh, Jesus. Mate.
Yes! I was in a terrible condition.
If I hadn't rolled nearly a 90 on that roll, you'd probably be doing better.
Okay, I think Show is really
It's a lot
badly
better.
hurt, so you probably need to heal Show next.
Oh yeah, I do a +2 hit points for the heal as well.
I've included that, yeah.
Oh, you have, okay, cool.
Sure, after seeing you healing Civ, will think for a moment and kind of just open part of his jacket and see that he has bullet holes in him, and is surprised once more about the lack of pain, and looks to Ursula. It would seem that I too must require some healing. It appears that I might be dying.
Anyone want to help? Or,
Yes, I will assist. Of course.
Make your roll at +20 on top of your usual modifiers.
Okay.
Okay,
That might do it.
hope so.
Okay, give me a minute.
Healing is weird.
That was a bad roll as well.
You heal through Ursula's careful administrations with the assistance of Ziv. You heal 12 wounds, Griff.
Nice. That brings me up to 7.
Very good.
Excellent.
Which means I am lightly damaged.
Good stuff. Who else is injured in the party? I think Nala is actually, fuck.
I think
What am I?
I think you have
Well,
like
you-
1 wound left or 0 wounds or something.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty injured.
Alright.
Yeah, you might need some aid.
Let me look.
Anyone gonna help? And also, I need to heal Jane.
I've got
Yes.
1 wound.
Alright, very
Let
good.
me help.
One. Fucking
Yeah,
casual.
Again,
Jane
a
has
+20.
2, so yeah.
Yeah, +20 Medicaid check along with your usual bonuses. So. Give me a
That
minute.
might do it.
Okay, so.
Congratulations, you are now a Primaris Marine.
You heal 13 wounds through Nullis's careful, Ursula's careful care on Nullus.
Very epic.
Yes.
Great.
Where does that put me? Lightly damaged?
How many wounds do you have in total?
22, and now I'm at 14.
I think that puts you lightly damaged, yeah. So that's pretty good.
Let's try and heal Jane.
Jane heals 11 wounds.
Yay! Jane has hit points for the first time in a while.
How many does she have?
She's had 2 for about a session and a half.
Okay. Who else is hurt?
I'm down all of 4. It's not really a big deal.
What you've taken 4.
I'd say no to healing.
Alright.
You want me to check over the unconscious guy on Hand's shoulder?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
forgot about him. Just kind
Ah.
of casually drops him on the chair.
Make a neutral Medicaid check if you want to check him over for damages. You notice it's quite hard to treat him because despite him being motionless in his catatonic state, you feel your skin and hands burn a little as you touch him, even despite your enhanced physiology. But you do manage to plug up some of the gashes and wounds that he has on him, and yeah, you think he's a bit more stable now. He's not going to bleed out anytime soon, at least. So he's relatively stable now. You get the feeling that you don't want to be touching him too much, considering the horrible sensation you get when getting near him.
Ron just kind of leans in near his ear and says, "Look at me. I'm the employer now." And he just picks him up again.
So, anyone else? Or can I go back to murdering people?
I think we all should murder people.
Seems to be the style this evening.
I'm also going to say, considering you're all kind of resting and taking a breather for 10 minutes and patching yourselves up with whatever improvised supplies you have, you'll heal an additional 4 hit points.
Excellent.
Yep. So, it's up to you what you want to do now.
Check over my equipment and then go and bust that safe open, I think.
Oh, by the way, welcome back, Ursula. How are you back?
I mean, I got this really bad headache, and then I was here.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
That's
I can
fine.
relate to that.
Do you know that you died?
I mean, that might explain all, like, the weird blue scars.
Yeah,
and the
you were
fact that
like,
my shirt is gone.
right, like, let me
I
put
do
it
believe
this
you
way.
were quite
Let me
dead.
put it this way. You were, like, really dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
letting you know.
all we found was blood dead.
Concern.
Yes.
It seems that you're well. At least you're back. From what I remember of your body, and after the incident, there was not much left to mourn, so to speak. Glad to see you in such good health.
Indeed.
How many of these are you posting, Nullis? You're making my Discord lag.
Boy.
I'll stop when I run out.
I shall grab the secretary's shirt from inside the, I assume, like chunks of her that remain smeared on the furniture.
Oh, no.
Is it all gone?
All the matter from both the Magos and the secretary congealed to form Ursula's now resurrection. So yeah,
So you're
there's...
wearing a shirt, but not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Don't
I
skin
was
the
not-
cat after she came back.
I was not too sure of how the coming back would be done, so I was like, I'm assuming I'm just going to walk into the room being like, sup guys. So I was just like, I'm just going to get some like tech priest robes
On
to
the
cover up
plus
the fact
side-
that my torso was destroyed.
On the plus side, there is no corpse now that that weird chaosy ritual happened for Ursula's resurrection.
Adept boy.
Ah,
We are
yes,
going.
sir.
Come on then.
Right
Hey,
behind you,
get
sir.
over there.
I still
Remember-
don't get why he's so loyal to us.
Fear.
Because otherwise he'll die.
I know, but he's still so polite. It's funny.
He's a mechanicus. What do you expect?
He just seems enthralled by our job prospects. That's all.
Right.
We have a pretty solid retirement plan.
Amongst.
We're planning on doing dental soon as well.
I
can
did
hear a
not.
bunch of
I
fire
was not
engines.
informed of this. in again.
I mean,
grab
did
it.
we?
Where's everybody gone? Oh no, they're just.
Zoom out, my
I
friend.
think we're going back to the
This looks like a
elevator.
lift door.
Zoom out, my friend.
Why,
You know where the
why are
elevator
you
is.
going there?
Oh, I was just looking.
So did we get the key card thing we need? The
Yeah, I believe
Megas.
so. I believe so.
Yeah. Was there anything else we needed to do before we crack the safe?
Don't believe so.
Or- Cool. Let's go.
Oh, do you know what's great? Ash can see all the stuff that we're posting. She's just put in chat. I had to mute the Discord because of all the Lego.
Yeah, for whatever reason, my part of this server doesn't work unless you have the role to get into this part.
I've changed
no
that,
idea.
I think, but
That looks good.
Thanks.
It was.
I mean, there are some things I would like to adjust, but like, I haven't painted him yet. I haven't like reworked him quite yet.
Especially like the guy in the middle.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Looking solid.
here you go, lads.
New assets, I'm afraid, do.
Hey.
Gonna need my lighting engine turned back on.
Okay. There we go. So, you will hop into the elevator, press the console. You head downstairs to the floor you arrived here at. It's much the same as you left it. The fires, though, have gone out from Showa's Holocaust.
Oy vey.
I see. The corpse is still here. Still here, I see.
Wait, where's the vault actually?
That's
It's to your south, Nullis.
Excuse me, is that an assault cannon which I can harvest?
Didn't we try that already?
We already
Haven't
have
we got
one.
We've got a wheelbarrow full.
Yeah,
We have assault
two.
cannons at home.
I may have to.
Oh yeah,
ask
we
someone
tried to get in here and it zapped us. That's right.
Yep, we should have the key code, right?
we don't care.
Fix it right up for you.
You want to, there you go.
Let's give this door a good old rub.
Give it
So-
a rub.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, I had no in this.
Yeah, so Ursa, you have a go at the console and then you realise, shit, I don't have the codes. And then Adam Maru comes over and goes, here, my lady.
I'm gonna blame this on fragments of memory from the guy I'm made of now.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just putting a
somewhere.
code in, right?
He hands you the key card and is like, this should do it. Make me the test at plus 30, along with your usual modifiers.
In the distance, you can hear the goddamn crow that's been haunting Johanna laughing at you.
You enter the codes in, along with the orange key card. And eventually, after a bunch of checking from the machine, the cogitator spits the code back out of you and says, "Access granted. Praise the Omnissiah." And with a slow rumbling, the door slides open to the side. And you notice a shimmering effect as the void shield seems to dissipate, covering the room. The room before you is open.
Gribbly thing.
As you will enter, could you roll me a stealth check?
Well, that's out the window.
Well,
Let's have a look.
I put my hat on tight and hope to the gods.
I already have Saigon's scream
Pray
aimed
to
at
the
the stoop.
Give me a minute.
Oh, she's rolled twice as well.
I
Already got
failed
four.
by 9!
Ready to turn him into a welding
Six
stick.
successes.
Right, let's see how well Ron does. Damn. Holy shit! I missed it by like 2.
2 points.
Fucking
You
hell.
missed it.
You rolled a 4.
Yes.
Rolled a 4 and still failed. That's rough.
Okay, you enter the room, and you all try to kind of creep in like fucking Pink Panther style. But as you make it a few
Someone was
paces
actually-
into the room, there is a tech addict to your right here, I suppose, from your point of view, who turns his head around his optic stare you all down, and he blurts out a scream of binary. As you don't respond, he then switches to his normal voice and is like, "What are you doing here? This area is restricted."
This was Adept Boy. What was this again?
We're going on a tour.
Can I try and reply in binary?
Yes. At -20. To try and...
Oh,
are
minus
you trying to
20.
convince him of something? Or are you just... Or are you just talking?
I pass by 4 points. I'm just gonna be like, hello, we've been sent down by the Magos?
Magos Demeter has sent you.
Yeah, he says
Why?
pick something up from check. There was a component he wanted, so the Adept has the details. We're just here to do the carrying.
Yeah.
01011.
What component did
This
you
is just
require?
a pizza.
It's a energy supply, I believe. I don't remember the details too much. We were just told the where to find it.
I believe it was the parts of an engine. I believe. I don't think that on out of character. I don't think saying it's an engine is gonna reveal anything.
Yeah, I'm going to be non-specific.
Why?
Not now, anyway.
Holy shit,
Suspicious
this might
at all.
actually work.
You can't read him as he's very heavily augmented. Like his whole face is just a metal plate with multiple optics staring at you all. He seems to relax his posture slightly, but then he says, "Wait here, I must confirm with the Magos." And you see him turn to a console straight ahead of him. And he starts to key in a bunch of phrases.
Civ is going to try.
I whisper to the. I walk slightly over here and whisper to our great leader. Perhaps we should simply kill him while he is not looking.
Wait, gentlemen. And Civ is going to try to interrupt him as he stands there, trying to check it, and going to say, he looked rather sickly up there. I don't think it's wise to check him.
Wait, you're trying to intimidate him?
Yes.
Okay. He'll turn to you and... So this goes... Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oi! I guess it really did imply that, okay, you really don't want to check up on him.
He kind of just backs away from the console for a moment and just says, "I see. Tell me though, what component do you require?"
Guys, what we require?
Do you want me to
Plasma
tell
drive.
you, like, in case you don't remember?
What's the what was our ship again?
You needed a Voss pattern plasma drive.
That was it.
It was a
No relation.
It was a plasma drive. I believe the pattern was. He looks to Ursula as he legitimately can't remember in care.
The Voss pattern, I believe.
Yes, it
Wouldn't
was
be
that.
too much into detail on the size, which is why I bought our larger friends here to do the carrying.
Yes.
I see. That may not be necessary, Adept. Follow me.
Kind of you.
And
We were
he
not given
pulls you
much
over
detail.
here.
Guys, this dude's a retard.
Let's smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Hello.
Sure, we're the heretics.
I hope you're
Just another day. Just another day in the Imperium. Being loyal.
I
Okay,
see.
so
Yes, yes.
I see.
And it does something else.
before you is another large gun servitor that you've seen before, along with the Roombas, attendant consoles. Straight ahead of you, there are various forklifts, which you may remember, for hauling large pieces of cargo. But before you is a gigantic industrial-sized servitor that seems to be large enough to hold the piece of cargo that are on these pallets to your direct south.
Yep, just everything's fine.
I thought it would be smaller.
Excellent. This is going to be great.
Our internal comms. What did they fucking make this thing out of? Like 8 Ogrons bolted together?
I think it meant,
Yeah.
guys. I think this servitor guy. I think he might be blind, or not servitor.
I
but-
see.
We should
I
hire him
see.
for HR.
Quite
Yes.
interesting.
Extreme nature.
Just gonna check over these forklifts.
I don't know, back in the day, Carden used to be HR. Worked out pretty well for him.
That's better.
Just had the same idea of move towards the nearest cover.
I kind of want to try having a conversation with this guy.
My backup plan is I'm going to get every explosive I can, shove it into this fucking forklift, put a brick on the accelerator, and hope for the best.
The overseer kind of looks over you and says, "Ahead of you is a Voss pattern plasma drive. I believe this is the component you require."
That would be the one.
Yeah.
The Magos is getting a bit sketchy in the details in his greater age. Some of his cogitator banks may be in need of replacement. We were led to believe it would be a little smaller, but have no worries. We can move this around without the assistance of your assistant here. Let's just grab it and sneak out.
Guys, he's massive. Look at him.
Stealth forklift.
So, he kind of looks you over, and could you roll me a awareness check?
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. So the massively ripped, vaguely demonic mutant, the Chaos Space Marine, the man on fire.
Do I get any bonuses to this awareness roll?
I'm just a big dude, to be honest.
I
Stu,
wasn't talking about you.
So
Should be good to
Stu,
go.
do I get any modifiers to this awareness roll?
just plus 10 because you're starties. Alright, so a couple of you notice that he's looking more skeptical as this goes on. And then he turns to you all and kind of just goes, "Not usually my purview to question the Magos, but who are you affiliated with?"
Sorry. You said what?
Affiliated?
Whom do you serve? You are clearly not Adeptus Mechanicus.
I serve the machine spirit. The
And I
Omnissiah.
serve. And I serve the.
I serve the Imperial Fists.
I serve the 30th company of the Honorary Legions of Cree.
You could
With
say, together we are somewhat mercenaries.
With all due respect, but yours is not to question. Yours is to follow the will of the Omnissiah.
We need to lie more consistently next time.
Yeah, could you all roll me some kind of social skill to pass on
I'm
to
essentially
you?
shaming him.
Yeah. Just anything will do.
Kink shame him back to the Eye of Terror.
Can I roll parry?
But no. Unfortunately
Okay.
not.
Oh, here,
Parry.
Can't royal guard all your problems away.
Oh,
can try, damn it.
damn.
I can roll charm. Because apparently I put stuff into that and I forgot about it.
Because we were supposed to be a leadership character.
Yeah, he doesn't seem terribly impressed by most of you. But he does look over Nulla and kind of says, Adeptus Astartes, Chapter Inferial Fists. Greetings.
Greetings.
Tell me, why have you come to Zion Terminal?
One of the Imperial Fist ships had engaged a small orc fleet nearby, and a lot of them managed to get onto the ship, and they destroyed many parts of the engine. Most of them we were able to repair with parts on the ship that we had extra, but this part we decided that we needed to get from somewhere else, so we talked to the Magos.
And the Magos permitted that we would have access to it, but he would need to check it over first, so we sought his permission.
I see.
Do I need to roll something for that?
You'll need to roll me a deceive, but could you do it at a plus 20?
Plus what?
Oh, I saw
Plus
this coming.
20, because the rest of you are flexing, and he's also, well, there's some other facts in play.
He can only flex.
That actually works. Holy shit.
Oof.
He goes,
Good stuff.
I see, sir. You have already consulted with Magos Dimitaris, then.
Mm-hmm.
He did not seem enthusiastic to part with such a prized item, but he understood that it's in the best interests of the Imperium to keep the Imperial fleet afloat.
Especially given that the Imperial Fist ship in particular has certain jurisdiction. Pretend that I said that right and
Yeah.
over some of the space surrounding this very station.
He kind of inclines his head and says, I am concerned Magos Dimitaris did not inform me so, but it's important to keep good relations with the honorary Astartes.
He was feeling indisposed. As I say, some of his cogitators seem to be suffering somewhat. I
And of
have
course-
advised him on how best to assist, as it is not always advisable to work upon your own parts. I'm sure he
And-
will be seeking your assistance anytime soon, maybe within the next hour or so. However,
And of course,
I
the
would not trouble him
Imperial-
right now.
And of
Yes,
course,
like
the
I said,
Imperial
he was
Fists are
somewhat
very
sickly.
grateful for what the Mechanicus has done here.
I'm glad to hear that, sir. He kind of just pauses for a moment and says, well, I presume the rest of your associates from your vessel here will need assistance in carrying this false pattern drive back to your ship.
No,
Most.
we've made preparations. We should be fine.
Uh,
You've already done quite enough by letting us have this part. The Imperial Fists are forever in the Mechanicus' debt.
I'm pleased to hear that, very well. I shall move my...
I'm just gonna whisper through the comms. Is that gonna fit in the Saestus?
I have no
Listen,
idea.
This is not the time.
He's just gonna have to like hold on to it out the back, like leave the doors open.
Listen, now is not the time, okay?
We'll only take the thing and then we get out of here as soon as possible. Don't think about logistics of it.
figure out how to deal with it.
Guys, stop talking. It looks suspicious. Stop talking to each other.
After the strange pause, the overseer kind of inclines his head to you and all slightly and says, "Very well, sir. I shall move my assistants out of your way and let you carry on your preparations. I will be over here if you require me."
Thank you, my good sir.
If it is not too much trouble, if we could borrow the forklifts, we will of course return them when we have got it safely to the airlock.
Very well, Adept. Carry on.
Thank you. We do not want to risk the too much wear upon such a magnificent creation as this.
Fellas,
The Omnissiah must be rightly proud.
let's talk more Cliff.
Yeah, this thing.
Also, out of character, I love how we're just completely chewing our way through these encounters.
I'm amazed we actually fucking managed it this time. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
you all
fucking
hear
high-level
show a whis.
Stu,
You can all hear show a.
can you make it so that we can drag the forklift, Stu?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You
So
can all
while you
hear
guys,
Showa whispering through the comms. I am struggling to believe that that's actually worked, but fair enough.
It's the invisible hand, man.
I'm going to.
I thought this was right out the window when I told him he was sickly.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to. What is the equivalent of bluff? Would it just be deceive? I'm guessing.
It's deceive, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll the check first, and then hope for the best. All right. Oh dear.
Use infamy.
No. I'm hoping it's gonna fit, and it's just gonna make me sound like a bit of a cunt as opposed to a massive lying bastard. So it's like, I'm just gonna speak in binary because I don't want to look like a complete twat in front of all of you. Just this guy.
How the fuck do you lie in binary?
Well, yes, I am a higher level adept of the Mechanicus aboard the vessel. Unfortunately, Tech Marines all themselves are busy with the repairs still required to the ship. Could you tell me, while my underlings here are preparing the item for removal, what wonders you have in this storage facility? They are truly amazing. Perhaps you could enlighten me as to their specifics.
Okay.
They seem like great works of the machine god.
Okay, he's just gonna roll something.
I'm hoping he's just going to think that I'm bunking off and I'm not just like.
You might want to use some infamy to improve your roll there, Skog.
No,
If
because
necessary, I will
tells us
support
we could
you.
just steal everything.
It's in binary. It's in binary, Han. You don't understand a
Ah,
thing.
yes.
The Overseer looks over you and responds in binary. These are valuable items for Zion Terminal. But I can tell you're young. I will briefly go over some of them for you if you wish. Knowledge is what we're all
Sadly,
about.
the flesh has not reached the machine in its entirety so far. But thank you kindly
I understand, Adept.
for
Very
giving my insolence.
well. Over there
Correct.
is
Now,
a
move
very
to the
powerful
front.
and rare gemstone.
It is magnificent.
It can be used in power fluctuations to improve output of las weaponry, various other military
Sorry.
applications.
So it is like.
Sorry to disturb.
Yep.
Could we move the thing while you were talking?
Oh, the forklifts, yeah. Give me a minute.
Just sneaking
Yeah.
it out of the room.
It's
So
not
it
the
is like.
same.
So it is like some giant capacitor then. That is truly amazing that such things could exist within this reality.
He just looks really kind of like. It's hard to read him, but he does look a little dejected. Like, are you an adept? Seriously? Like, what the fuck?
Are you high?
Yeah, kind of. That's his response.
I must admit, I have only had such chance to work with mostly very mundane items, repairing bolt guns, assembling ammunition, repairing minor systems. These wonders are beyond any I have seen before.
Understood, Adept. Very well, I'll show you the rest of our items in this unit.
Hold on. Who's driving the forklifts? Can we?
Can
You
we move
control
them?
them now, by the way, I've changed it.
Okay, Voss, get on a forklift and move it.
Deja vu.
Jane, get on a forklift and move it. Ziv, get on a forklift and move it.
Where are the other forklifts?
There, just get on the middle one here that hasn't been moved yet.
Which
Um,
Oh god.
Ron, come here. Ron,
I'll
come here.
refresh.
Okay. I'm thinking two at one end, one at the other, and the Space Marines are in the middle.
I'll do it. I'm just gonna refresh it because I couldn't see the
Ron,
forklift.
Ron,
Yeah.
go on the opposite side of it from me.
Also, Ron shall comment. I'm not
Ziv, go on the opposite side of the two.
On it. Just
with your
refreshing the
forklift.
page. And it's taking fucking forever.
This is so retarded.
I'm quite aware.
What is back to the Imperial Fist ship, the great kink shaming of Ian Watson?
So, Skog, while they're getting the forklifts in position, the Magos, rather the Overseer, directs you to this and says, this container contains a rare gas harvested from the nearby nebulas in this sector. He spouts off a bunch of like mumbo jumbo about the gas composites and so forth. It sounds all very fancy.
Ew.
Then he brings you over here. Says, this is a rare adamantium alloy harvested from nearby asteroids and a few destroyed planetoids in this sector. It's very hard and refined substance. Has military applications as well.
So the hardier, so likened to the hardier parts of a Space Marine's powered armor. In
More
such
so.
volumes, it is astounding. Again, you will have to forgive my ignorance on these subjects. I have only heard of such things. To look upon it, wondrous.
The quest for knowledge should always be pursued, young adept. This adamantine right here could serve well aboard a void ship for armor.
Okay, have we gotten the forklifts in position?
Yes.
Can we move them?
Pasta put. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
switch to a slightly more just us channel and relay the basics of what I've discovered with the basic phrasing of, "Do you reckon we could take this guy?"
You want? We have
Not if we can avoid it, I would think.
Well, if you
Okay.
would like to.
Hold
If
on.
you would like to.
Stop. Hey, how about this? We put this thing onto this spaceship, and then we take the guy and try to get the other shit.
Okay.
How about that?
Well, thank you for your time, Overseer, but I must assist with them now. They have got everything ready to move.
Also,
You will
Very
try
well,
and
young adept.
leave everything tidily
Why-
behind us.
why
Praise
is
the
Jane?
Messiah.
Why is Jane sitting next to the forklift instead of?
Okay, because she was on the wrong layer.
Hold on, can I change the layer back?
Like,
Wait a
Bill is
You're
on the wrong layer.
Put to back. I just put to back.
Listen. We're just ghost riding the whip. It's fine.
See, I've tried putting the forklifts to the back layer and it doesn't work. That's really weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, because I was trying to fix that, but if I put Nullus there, nope, doesn't work. God damn it.
Oh, what? What's happening?
There you go. Right.
Who is probably one of our weakest people, because they should probably do like the, the left a bit, right a bit thing.
What's your strength
Sure.
scores, gentlemen?
Showa isn't one of the weakest, but he
60.
is.
Okay, you're definitely not on forklift duty.
60, yeah. Nalus, what's your strength out of interest?
Oh, actually, I don't know. Let me look.
I got a 34.
The fly's back.
I have a 44.
Mine is 43, and it says mod 20 under it. So
Actually, it's decided
I-
by both your strength and toughness. The amount you can carry.
You'll
so-
basically both make strength tests to augment the forklift. So.
So we're about the same strength.
No, about 45 in toughness. But yeah.
Could you use athletics for this, since this is
Yeah.
something you'd be using?
Whatever. Yeah,
athletics
you
for?
can use athletics. This is going to be quite easy, to be honest. Because you got 3 forklifts and 2 marines left in this thing.
So 5 forklifts.
Yeah.
And the buff cat.
First of all, why wasn't our opening argument? Hello, we have the chapter master of the Minotaur's chapter with us. Could you please give us a plasma drive?
Well, because
No, we keep forgetting that.
I don't
Well,
think
you
he's
see-
told us.
yeah. Also, Ron is still has his illusion on. Also, he's a bit of a private guy. He doesn't want the entirety of the Imperium hunting him down.
Okay. Showa, can you drive a forklift?
Yeah.
Cool.
And no.
Just gonna
Well,
move the pallet
isn't
slightly.
Pasta driving this forklift?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
this
that's
one was
something.
me.
I am no longer authorized to drive forklifts. Not since this fan.
I'm gonna.
I was never taught how to drive.
There you go.
Alright, I should do the guiding. Very well.
You all managed to successfully move the the boss pattern drive out the bay with a bunch of autistic
Alright.
movements.
Very well. I'll show us the fucking navigation.
let's-
Alright, a little back.
Let's keep
a little
going.
back.
Back.
Little back.
Do you think we could? Do you think we can trick the Magos
hold
to
on.
stand underneath it?
We'll chuck the big thing into standing underneath it.
Sorry,
Do
there
not-
seems to be some issue underneath it. Could you have a
No, no, no,
look?
no, 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 no.
I God damn it. Oh.
I didn't actually say that. Chill out, chill out.
Good.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Alright then. Alright.
Dude,
very
keep
well.
her
Come
going.
on. A little up, and right towards me. Come now.
Beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep.
Alright.
Roll toughness to resist laughing your ass off.
Well, and now turn towards here. Slowly.
Oh god. God. It's
Oh,
looking
that's unsettling.
Oh my.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
Alright. And now turn to see.
Look at him.
Turn to see.
Left.
Right.
Look at
So it
him.
will be right for me.
He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I just realized something.
What?
Very well.
Oh,
And now straight forward.
There's still a massive dead body right
it's fine.
well then.
I think we should go at the middle, if I remember. Do you want to go and look ahead?
Very well.
I think it's
Ah.
straightforward.
With it.
It's fine. It's straightforward. But
It's
this
narrow
will be
doorway.
difficult.
It's a
But this will be
hallway.
very difficult.
Wait. Hold on. I'm gonna talk to this guy as we're walking by and say, make sure none of them come out and look at this body.
Yes,
so-
sir.
Also, all the while this is happening, Ron is still carrying the Skitari.
Ah,
However, the illusion might cover that up.
yeah,
I
it
would
does.
think it would.
True.
We've got to
I
sort
would
of.
fucking hope so.
We're gonna have to jiggle this through the door while
Look like
like we're trying to get a
Quasimodo.
sofa up a flight of stairs with a
Oh,
corner.
fucking don't go there.
Stu,
Been there so
Stu,
many times.
Alright.
Stu, keep her going. Stu, keep her going.
Hold on.
So you're going to stand
Alright.
up that end.
Hold on a
and
second.
then wiggle this one around that
Hold on a
corner.
minute. The door behind you closes
What?
as the overseer shuts the door.
Understandable.
Good, that's
Showa,
a
could you
layer of
make
armor between
me
ourselves.
a
Try
awareness
and-
check?
Oh god.
Oh dear. Remember, we need to bring the forklifts back. He's got to accept them. He can't just be like, we're not just going to steal his forklifts, guys. We wouldn't
Yes,
do
we
that.
are.
Yes. 3
We're gonna
forklifts.
come back with a fleet of Terminators, all driving forklifts and steal that adamantine.
I want that capacitor. Imagine the power of that thing. You could power something like a
Teleportarium!
potentially. It's a big
Would
enough. capacity.
Psynicians be capable of noticing this also?
Yeah, you can roll senescence if you
I've
want.
rolled both.
May I also
Yeah.
roll awareness?
Oh,
Yes.
Yee.
thought I'd do it for security's sake. I mean, I saw you succeeded, but cover all the bases, you know.
So, as you're all moving towards the door, a couple of you hear a strange noise. It's almost like a elevator from somewhere reaching its
Oh, no.
destination.
Stu, I look at this guy and I say, stall them. They came out of the elevator.
Yes, sir. I shall have a look.
Ron,
Try not to
scurries
die.
Okay, we can't see what he sees.
Okay, let's get this thing through the door.
All
And
right.
bringing him back
yeah.
with us, one way or another.
I believe it would be best if Ursula, you went to the back between the 2 forklifts and the terminal and the space as the space marines came to the front.
Understandable.
Okay.
oh boy.
Also,
Here we go.
Showa, you, while you were getting near the doorway, you noticed a faint ripple in the warp, as though there was maybe some kind of psychic presence nearby, but you're not 100%. Can't quite pin it
For
down.
now, he will be suspicious, but assume it is Ursula for now. All
Okay.
right. Now, one step to from Showa, that would be to the right, down.
Down. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
to the right
Yeah,
of Showa.
Right, hold on, let me get this
That's
set up.
right.
Stu, move us down, Stu. Where'd I
Yeah,
go?
Alright.
Okay.
Oh, there I am.
So this good.
Oh, this is gonna be
Exactly.
bad.
A little close to the wall, maybe, but well, just go straight forward.
It's fine. We'll just
There's a wall
manipulate
there,
the,
fellas.
lifts.
All right. So
Oh, it's a doorway. I'm
to
stupid.
try,
Um,
we will have to try to wiggle it out. All right. So slightly to the right, and turn very slowly.
Stu, if we hold it up diagonally, can it fit through better?
Yes. This is like moving
Okay.
fucking furniture, mate.
Right,
getting
it's
flashbacks
almost
from my
through.
job.
Almost
When
through.
the IKEA couch won't fit through the door.
When you're gonna make a daring heist and you have to fit it through like a cave.
Quick, show up!
Shopping at
Tear down the
IKEA
wall.
40k edition.
Mr. Shower, tear down that wall!
Does a
I
plasma
would
drive
like-
come with a sprue?
All right.
Sorry, I just had
It seems that we are through. All right, then it is straight up the hallway.
The plasma drive just
My
has one of those
God.
bootleg Swedish names.
By corns,
Big
this
buckle.
is more difficult than going to war.
If there is,
You're not wrong.
if there is someone in our shuttle, I'm gonna shit my pants. Okay, good. Okay. Now, Stu.
I shall stay here and watch the door.
Okay. Now, guys, this thing is bigger than that ship, but I've got an idea.
Well,
I think
actually,
it's just representative.
Yeah,
Actually,
this is just an
Stu.
abstract thing.
yeah, because the Cestus assault ram is essentially just 2 assault rams bolted together with a really powerful engine, shit ton of armor. So would we be able to put it into one of the pods essentially, and then just all go into the other one?
Welcome to fucking
Item game.
the truest RPG experience.
Magnificent.
Moving furniture.
Let's return.
Only
You're
on.
carrying too much to be able to run.
Only on
Let's
Master
return to
Stu's channel
forklift.
do you get epic gameplay like this.
Let's return the forklifts, guys. Come on.
Where-
Oh, leave them,
Stop.
leave them where they are. Don't eat that pound back.
Where
Boss?
fucking else can you see a
Okay.
bunch of people role playing moving some furniture?
Yes.
Ursula,
I'm
Ursula.
apparently stuck in a wall.
Ursula, go get the tech boy that's stalling. Go get the tech
By
boy
the
that's
Emperor.
stalling.
No, we'll deliver the forklifts first, because if necessary, we'll just use the forklifts to run them over.
I shall
Bill,
look
did Bill
upon the
die?
theatre.
Did he become one with the ship?
Oh no, it's the Necrons, they're back!
I think
Bill, are you
the
okay?
boss is crawling in the walls at the moment.
Oh,
Are you okay,
Also,
Bill?
Synchronized forklifting.
I love these
None shall
forklift
Loki
assets.
carry the corpse to the back of the room behind a shelf, preferably.
Allow me to help.
And Showa shall walk over towards the elevator to see what's going on slowly.
So just carry this big chungus and put him into one of the rooms.
I don't think there's much time for that.
Right.
Stick them on the front of the forklift. They raise the umbrage with it. We'll just shove them up against the doorway and hope for the best.
Did you see something? Adept.
lift's
Sir, the
open.
elevator over here appears to be inoperable. Nothing seems to have come
What?
through it.
Stu, are there like random NPCs that are piloting the thing that we came here in?
There are a
Is that
few
one of us?
crewmen, yes, around.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we say that I told them to keep the engines hot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, fellas, do we come back to maybe get any of that stuff, or do we try and get it now and risk having to fight Big Chungus?
I think we're gonna. If we wait any longer, they're going to be a lot more guards here, given that we just kind of walked in here and took stuff. And they're probably gonna replace that Magos, or not the Magos, but the Adept with the smarter one. If we
I
wait,
might want to.
Should we just leave?
I believe the question comes down to this. Ursula, you have already died today. Are you willing to die once more?
You have already died today.
I don't know if it's
I'm
that
gonna go
critical.
with no and accept your point. We can always come back.
Then we shall leave for now, I believe.
You sure you don't want one last
Hold on.
fight?
Stu,
Yes.
Stu, are there any random Are there any blank pieces of paper on this shelf?
Yeah, there's some blank
Okay,
strip.
I'm gonna take one. Can I find a pen?
Yeah, you've got a quill somewhere. You can write
Okay.
shit down.
I'm gonna get a little note and I'm gonna say thanks for the help, lads, and I'm gonna stick it to the middle forklift.
Yep.
Hey,
So,
what-
as you're doing that, Nullis, and everyone else, could you all hold your position for a minute? I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh.
Question. One of the items that they are transporting is a massive brick of adamantine, right?
Yep.
Now, adamantium of that density would probably be able to withstand some knocks, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no.
would we be able to move it if it's that big?
No, here's what I'm suggesting we do: is we macro cannon a hole in the side of the ship and just let it flood it, and just shoot itself out into the void of space.
It's
and then
void
just
shield.
True.
Yeah.
Doesn't it already have a hole in it from the fucking...
Yeah, the ship does, but the storeroom doesn't.
True.
Yeah, storeroom is void
I'm
shield,
thinking
probably
we
to avoid
drag
this
this
exact
big-
situation.
So let's drag this medium chungus back with us. And just keep it tidy, because then when they come out to get the forklifts, they won't know.
Okay, hear me out. Before we leave, we'll put grenades under all the forklift forks
Oh boy.
and angle them so that they're under pressure on the floor. So when they move the when they raise the forks to move the forklifts.
Or, that's the thing, this is an orbital defense station. If they come out early, they're going to raise the alarm. I reckon this station's got enough, like, artillery on it to blow us out the sky.
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
Let's just
think-
leave and hope they don't notice for a little while.
Also, I do not believe we have the means to actually transport a brick of adamantium that big, or
Yeah.
the capacitor.
Yeah, it would be cool to come back, though. But that
I
capacitor would be...
I do not believe they're going to fall for this twice.
Oh no.
No, but next time we
Definitely
come
not.
back and we know where we're going, and
That's right.
That's right. They might have a door in the way of a void shield. However,
I feel like Bill's character and the way that he is angled strangely upside down is just perfectly representative of what his character is probably thinking and feeling right now.
Yeah, he's tilted.
Civ is going to shout to Ursula, Hellcat, hold on to that keycard, will you? Till next
course.
time, I mean.
Can we start duping fucking fucking Mechanicus keycards?
Showa just looks longfully towards the door, wanting to fight the big thing.
Copy paste.
I mean, you're welcome to, but you didn't exactly have a good time with Thomas the Tank Engine last time.
Nola is going to look at Showa and then point to every wound Showa has on his body right now and say, later.
Ah, come on.
Wish the party is
your
a nuclear
point.
shadow that walks.
Your point is taken, but unsatisfying.
Yes, but we can come back with more specialist equipment when we know what we're dealing with. Or an absolute fuck ton of cultists just to throw in as cannon fodder.
You know, Showa, violence isn't always the answer.
As much as I want.
Ron says that without a hint of irony.
As much as I want to murder all of them.
The fucking look Showa gives you is so incredulous that it's bordering on sarcastic.
By the way,
Stu is
Nola,
back.
Nola is gonna go into our local comm and say, once we have returned, to the ship. I am unironically giving you all a very important team lecture about the direction of the invisible hand and this group. Okay, it's very important.
We're all gonna have a staff meeting,
Very well.
lads.
We
very
are having a staff meeting and HR is gonna be there.
Should
Oh,
I bring
fuck, no.
We have HR. I
Okay.
was not informed we had HR.
No,
I
no,
wonder,
human
Master
resources
Nola.
is just that big pit where we keep all the bodies.
I wonder, Mr. Nola, should I bring Sakat thing? I do believe she was high. I do believe she was very high last
bring
time.
the bag. Yes.
So, Lord Nella, when is the next annual general meeting?
We'll discuss that in the HR meeting.
Very well.
So,
Alright,
Okay. Can we move now, Stu?
yeah. As you're all discussing this outside, and you left the note for the Magos saying, "Oh, yo, your forklifts are outside, fam." Could you all make me awareness checks at +10?
Oh god.
I'm gonna make the oh dear, I looked at the stream check. I saw nothing.
You can't keep getting away with this.
I
Don't
will
look
do
at the
another
stream.
side missions. I will do
Don't
another
look
side
at the
missions.
stream, that's gay. Don't
Edition.
look at the stream, that's
I was
gay.
gonna look at the
That's
chat
right.
because I'm like,
Right.
Stu's gone. Nothing will be changing, right? Oh no.
And that's why you knew Stu was back, eh?
Yeah.
Don't look at the
I have no
stream,
idea what it
that's
is, but I saw
gay.
something moving and was like, oh no, that's not us.
Don't look at the stream, that's
Skunk! This is why we don't look at the stream when we're dead.
Honestly, you're one to talk.
Yeah.
I know, this is why I don't watch the stream anymore.
Oh no. Oh
Same.
no.
But I did drop in to put one in
So,
chat.
does anybody see what
That's
you were
fine.
talking about? Did I roll awareness even?
I'm gonna roll for
Yeah, I did.
distress. Are those...
This is why you don't look at the stream.
Oh no. We're being chased by Oscar Pistorius.
What?
Got a gun!
Okay. Well,
So,
Okay, so what's
Yeah.
can we move yet or?
I'm just gonna find some better music for this. Has anyone got
Are
cyberpunk
people-
like
Are
music?
people seeing something that
Ooh,
are people?
ooh. Yeah,
Are
but it's
people-
copyrighted.
cover the bricks.
If it's copyrighted, then yeah, whatever.
No, Stu. I know probably uncopyrighted music that I can.
Mm.
Oh.
Hold on. Dude,
Ooh,
probably
shit.
not copyrighted is the best kind.
Oof.
Okay. Probably not. Hold on.
Just so I could get this scene in the mood.
Yeah.
If it's any consolation, when I did look at the chat, I also saw that there is something, and I want to say Cyrillic, that appears to be somewhat vaguely religious themed as the next video in the Watch Next.
Perhaps Ghost by Perturbator.
YouTube has no idea how to process your channel, Stu.
Well, I'll put it in general.
Yeah, you. I mean, I've just had a moving furniture episode.
I've got a cyberpunk. I've got a bunch of cyberpunk mixes that I can get you. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Here, can I play this, Stu?
Cyberpunk mix, yeah, bleed. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Cool.
Let's yeet the bot.
Oh no. That's not a good sign.
Do you mean to clear it?
And then press play again for the other shit.
Also, don't play Behemoth by Ghost.
Oh shit, this is Deus Ex. Yeah, this is good.
I think it's a mix of different cyberpunk games and tracks. I mean, inspired tracks.
Ah, this is good shit. So.
Okay, the trick is to have so much copyrighted stuff they can't claim it, but it's claiming it.
Ash had to go at you, by the way.
Crabs in a bucket.
You can't claim what's already been claimed.
Tap's head.
So, yeah. As you're all sitting there mulling over what you're gonna do exactly,
Well,
Showa, despite failing that check, you feel a strong psychic signature just entering the doorway you just came back from towards your ship. And you notice a couple of unusual figures that have just appeared in front of you from that doorway. Could all of you roll Common Law War or Mechanicus if you have it?
I don't think we can see what Ursula sees.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Just Showa just freezes as he sees that.
What I'm going to do is position some of you, actually.
Can you make it so that everyone can see what Ursula sees?
What I'm going to do is just position you all up here, because just to make it fairer, I think.
Oh shit.
I was thinking they were going to come out the elevator, the old switcheroo, I see.
Oh no, I know what
Is
those
that a
are.
Necron?
No. Even worse.
Oh no, those
Is that a
are
cloaker?
those are
Is that a cloaker?
fucking-
Is that a cloaker? Oh no.
It's
No.
pretty close to a
fucking
cloak.
use all three.
That's a Russian cloaker, dude. The Russian cloakers have 3.
Just fucking use them.
So,
Those.
you
Fucking
recognize...
badass gang.
Showa and
Of the
Nulla
kills.
recognize the guys at the back as being veteran Skitarii soldiers that have been wounded in battle and been repurposed into something else. They are known as Rust Stalkers. They are experts in CQC, and you notice the twin swords they have attached to their limbs.
Kill me.
They will.
Yeah.
Boy.
Along with their squad leader, their alpha at the front there.
Stu, I looked up CQC, and I'm guessing you're not talking about Care Quality Commission.
I'm afraid not. No. What draws your attention more, though, is what looks like somebody that was most likely a some kind of female tech priest who seems to have evolved into something a bit more than your average priest. She's carrying multiple mechadendrites coming out of her spine, and also what looks like, you notice, Nulla, some kind of jetpack on her back.
Stu, is it pretty obvious that these guys are here to kill us?
She's also carrying a shimmering blue blade that's just kind of perched on her shoulder for now.
Knowledge psychers.
Yep, roll a knowledge psychers at plus 20.
Don't fucking fail for once. God fucking.
Why did you say it?
Oh, wait, Stu, hold on.
Yeah?
Hold on, wait.
True.
Nope, never mind.
Pasta, roll a plus 20 sinuscience.
Okay. Plus 20.
Yes. Alright, Pasta. This dude. Despite how imposing the tech priestess looks to your down here, this guy makes you feel very uneasy. He seems to be wearing like a well-fitted suit of body armor, and his face is fully enclosed within a helm with built-in optics. But you sense a strong psychic signature from him. Very strong psychic signature.
Well, shit.
Here we go.
Wait a fucking moment. I own a force sword. I know how force sword works. I automatically know whether he has a fucking force sword.
He doesn't have a force sword, Grim, but what he seems to have, holstered in very fine cloth, it's very unusual. You normally expect Mechanicus or just general Imperial soldiers to carry very rugged, rudimentary gear. This guy has very finely cared for sheaths for his twin daggers that he has. And you feel psychic energy bleeding from them. A faint trace of it.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Those better not be phase blades.
So, are we gonna try and bluff our way out of this, or...?
Well, as they come into focus, and after there's like a sort of a 10-20 second kind of weird stare down, the tech priestess addresses you and states, you are the intruders that killed Magos Dementaris.
Wait, you killed him?
Gentlemen, allow me.
Ursula, you're kind
It's not us. It is I. And Sue's going to stand forward very arrogantly.
Fucking giant dad! Ron shall try and do the exact opposite.
Are you
He
gonna
shall
try
say,
and
yes, hello, my name is Rachid. I am but a humble janitor. I'm gonna roll deceive on that.
roll a deceive? Roll neutral
I
deceive.
mean, he has.
Oof, it was so deceptive
wait,
it didn't even
wait.
show up.
I'd say that's a success. Can't even see the result.
It's very deceiving.
Damn. Alright.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh, probably, yeah.
That's a failure.
Her unaugmented eye just kind of regards you all very curiously and says, "You may address me as Secutor Bendagar. You're under the arrest for crimes against the Mechanicum of Mars. Surrender
Am I being
now
detained?
or die."
Am I being detained?
Sorry, did she say what did she say or die?
Surrender or
Surrender.
die.
Alright, fellas, I'm thinking that die sounds like a pretty good option right about now.
I would
Upon that, Shoa will look at her and simply say, first of all, sorry, Captain. Mein friend, there are far worse fates in this Imperium and beyond than death, as you all are about to find out. And I will go for an attack.
Sue will also try to intimidate in return and say, yes, death sounds good. For you.
Ooh, got him.
Oof.
Oh no, not the no you.
No.
Oh, you.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll fellowship and try and seem harmless.
Is there any possible way, even if you rolled a 1, that you could seem harmless?
I mean, he has the illusion of normalcy, which adapts to situations.
True.
But, like, he's a massive man in a trench coat.
And he can look like a janitor if he wants to. Are you discriminating?
It's actually 5 every success.
absolutely. Oh my gosh.
I know my constitution.
Hooray.
I know my rights.
You must give me my
Is it because I'm brown?
You will give me a
Shoot
cow
off
to
the act.
compensate for this transgression. Transgression. I can't speak. I don't care.
I've been waiting for this.
Superpower by the 42nd millennium.
You're the reason Gandhi
that.
needs uranium.
I feel this has been off the rails for a while.
So swiftly on before we get into. Sorry.
Okay.
Hate,
All right.
more hate
okay.
crimes.
Right. Let's sort this
So
initiative out.
does Gren get the first attack since he said he was attacking first? Or...
Hold on a minute.
Am I being mailed at? I am.
Yep. Not
Also-
quite, no. You'll have to roll initiative because they were prepared
Can
for
I get
combat.
one half action?
You have one half action, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Who is within range? This is, what was the fucking range of the game? Let's see. Saikana. But that's a bit far at this range. Okay. I will use that action to cast Fire Shield on myself.
Alright. It's legit.
That's a bit much. It will be unfeathered, so fuck. I will use an infamy point to reroll that. I think.
Alright. Yeah, because that's a double, isn't it? Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, you might want to reroll.
Are you fucking serious?
What?
Fucking game!
Stu, I have a question.
By the way, you've all got full fate points for this fight before it starts. I just want to
yeah.
make that clear.
Wait, full fate points?
Yeah, because this is tough.
Stu, could I use my special ability, Inspiring Presence?
I mean, fuck it, why not? Why not?
Alright,
Just 'cause-
Stu, I use my special ability, Inspiring Presence, which allows me... Yeah.
Now watch this drive.
And I use my ability to fail another fucking check.
Big failure.
Oh, there you go.
Big success.
Or even a
This
double.
fucking game. This fucking game. Anyway, here's what it does.
Oh my gosh.
Alright.
I want to perish.
Okay. Sounds legit. So,
That was good.
Bendigar is going to look to her side and say, Delta 5, engage them. Leave none alive. And with a yeet from her jetpack, she's going to charge Ron.
Well then.
A yeet from her jetpack?
Yeah, like
That's
she just
gonna be an
engages it from there and
unpleasant
just kind of
surprise.
flies across the room a few meters and just lands in front of Ron.
This is police brutality.
Oofed.
Bruder.
Alright, let's see how this goes. She's going to make a lightning strike. Actually, no, she can't. She's charged. So let's not do that. Let's do a charge.
Can do a swift attack.
Swift attack. Yeah, could do a swift attack.
Stu, I would like to try and parry.
You can try and parry, yes.
And since I can do it as a free action, may I also start to frenzy?
Yeah.
Yee. Right. Good stuff.
Okay, let me see how many hits that is. That is enough to negate all her hits for you, luckily. She basically just slams into you and just starts taking a couple of quick strokes with her blade, but you manage to parry most of them out of the way with your shield. And that will be... Actually, no. Let's have a look. I'm just going to double check something that she has. This is one of those bullshit characters that has a bunch of stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see.
Dude, what is that chick's mouth? It looks like a vacuum.
Oofed.
She just ate a lemon.
It looks like she got a weird nose gauge and she didn't like it, so she decided to get mechanical augments into it for no reason. That's what it looks like.
So yeah, she has a talent called Assassin Strike, which you may remember from the Eldar Witches. And
she can
like
move
the
back.
fancy finesse bitch that she is, she's going to yeet away for a half move after trying to attack you.
What is this anime bullshit?
Yes! I'm bringing out all the bullshit now.
What is this Tau bullshit I see before my very eye?
No, she did engage you immediately. That's not how.
Touche.
Ursula's,
to run away like the filthy elder?
Ursula's is
me
now
a
your
sec.
turn.
So I'm gonna shoot Big Green Eye Chungus though. While I'm lining up the shot though, going to comment to anyone who's listening, hey, someone check the elevator's shut.
Ew. That's really
So
clever.
that thing was open.
Hey.
Adepts, if you want to do that, you know, this was
Yeah.
probably going to be difficult to hear over the sound of me opening up on Green Eyes with a. That door's already shut, Nellis. It's the void shielded one. But the elevator was open.
Yeah, I think she's correct. This one. Somewhere around there.
Okay, so... Are you semi-auto?
Yeet.
Yes.
I figured you were.
Big bruh moment.
Okay, he's gonna try and dodge some of this.
Good luck.
Can he though?
Fuck.
Holy Jesus!
That was a 6. That was such ridiculous. Hold on.
How the fuck does that happen?
So you had an incredibly accurate shot, but he literally just fucking matrix stands us out of the way.
And the fucker behind him, on the other hand.
See him like
Goodbye.
sidestepping it, and it's like,
Whoa.
bruh.
Yes, he dodges all your fucking shots. Which
But
is not what I was
there's a chance I
expecting.
could hit the two guys behind him.
I'm afraid not.
You're about to see
he almost just
logic.
sort of... It's weird to describe. He kind of just flings himself back, and he almost shimmers with a little bit of warp energy as you as he flings himself backwards as these auto cannons just shriek out of the darkness towards him.
Gift of the war.
Fucking yeah, this is like pure
Even
anime
better.
kind of shit that you're seeing.
Can't believe they've done this.
It looks like an anime boss.
Yeah. Ursula, are you doing anything else?
I don't think I can.
Okay.
I've mumbled the, hey, someone check the elevator. while I was lining up the shot.
Okay.
Come at me, bro.
Oh no.
Come at me, bro.
We're actually using tactics.
Oofed.
No, 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 no. I'm not using tactics. I just really want to kill him.
Out of turn, using a couple words. Sure, we'll quickly say
Bruh.
4 meter distance. Move. Keep a 4 meter distance from me.
The squad pounces upon you
Oh.
with
Well,
a
we're boned.
lightning steps from their
Don't worry.
little augmented feet.
As soon as a three-eyed friend moves, sure, I'll be moved.
Okay, let's start with Jane.
Bye, Jane.
If you can't move,
Would you like to
obviously,
dodge?
I'm sorry.
Or parry?
I will go with dodge.
You manage to dodge the Ruststalker's blades as they come out of the darkness towards you. As he pounces on you. Oofed. One's going to attack Adept Maru. Sorry, what's up?
You won't get me today, Sonichu.
One of them's going to attack Adept Maru. Maru's going to try and dodge. Oofed.
Maru, no!
Don't die on us.
He was so loyal.
He was so young. That's why if you die, Sim's gonna get really upset.
Stu, do you care if I switch synth mixes?
Nah, it's cool.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, Maru takes a nasty hit as one of the rock stalkers stabs him right in the kneecaps.
We'll get you new legs. We'll make you better, faster, stronger.
One of them is going to attack Pastafari.
Oh, I'm ready for this. Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bruh. He is hitting you. Would you like to react?
I will parry.
Okay.
If that is possible.
Yep.
Any additional or just new?
Do you have balanced or best quality? I think.
At the moment, I would be parrying using Nastron, so not balanced, but power field.
Okay. Add a +5 at least. I think it's good quality or best quality. So.
Okay.
It's a demon weapon. So. You managed to parry the razors as they come at you.
Would that destroy it? Or is it a power weapon?
It's powered as well. So. Princeps is going to attack you, Skog.
Oof.
Cool.
Just give me a minute. La la la.
I'll be right back.
Whoa.
Would you like to react?
Their main dude is trying to attack me, so I suppose. You know what? I plan to keep him in melee, so I'm not going to try and dodge. I will risk the shield.
Okay.
You know that shield that works, like, I think twice ever?
So, no.
Fail.
Do you have parry though as a skill?
No.
Oofed. I mean, you can
I have
try
a single
if you.
point in Doge.
I mean, if you want to,
I
unless you
will-
want to keep the reaction for something.
I've not got anyone else attacking me, so I'm going to hope for the best.
Okay.
Clumsy parry time.
Why did he dodge?
I can't really dodge. And I'm standing in a bookcase or a pile of like dead gunk.
You can still roll dodge, but
Yeah, it's just like you're offlining.
it's just kind of like you're sidestepping to avoid the blade kind of thing.
That makes sense. I'm being a bit slow. Should I still try and dodge, or should I just accept the parry failure?
I'll let you roll dodge if it's better for you.
Dodge.
There you go. You managed to avoid his claw.
Magnificent.
So. One is going to attack Voss. It's currently hitting you. Let's power dodge.
I would like to dodge.
Alright. Hey.
Magnificent.
I don't think anyone's been hit by these razors yet, except Haru.
None of us fucking want to.
Yeah. The last
really
one's going to try and hit Nulla.
Hi.
He however misses you now, despite being one of the biggest targets.
I'm just gonna look at him and say that was a bro moment.
Adam Maru's turn. He's not looking too hot right now. He's gonna try and hit the
Boys,
hit the
fun
guy.
back.
He's gonna hit this guy back with his axe.
Has he got an axe?
Yeah, it's not a very nice axe that the Negosses have, but it's alright. The Stalker will doge. She does.
This is really unfortunate.
Voss, it's your turn.
Boss, are you there, buddy?
You're in combat with this gentleman.
Boss.
Bill, unmute yourself.
Bill. Bruh. You muted, bruh.
Sorry about that.
There you go.
Had some problems with my Discord. It's been a bit laggy.
Alright.
Okie dokie. I have a filthy nerd in close combat with me.
Yes.
Let's remind him that I picked up a Mark IV power sword during this dungeon.
Okay.
Okie dokie. What quality is the power sword?
It is good quality, so you get +5.
Good shit. I do not even assess that. You want me to use the chainsaw because I can't be bothered to put in the stats right now. Okay. Let's go with this. Let's go for a half aim.
Oofed. Will you make a standard attack or a like swift attack? I think.
This is a standard attack.
Okay. He will attempt to parry you. She does with a ridiculous roll. Oofed. This has been really weird. Like everyone's just kind of hit each other and nothing's happened. Everyone's just too good. Will that be all, Bill?
I believe so.
Okay. Jade, it's your turn.
Well, I'm in melee. With just the one of them, I'm going to go with the old-fashioned beat stick.
Alright.
Now,
Does he count? Does Ursula count as flank?
no, sadly.
Or being outnumbered? That's
No, this is
for the
Jade.
purposes of making it easier to hit. Ah, right.
This is up here.
I'm gonna have a go, I guess, for the power axe that she has from Ursula after Ursula got the Omnissiah axe.
Yeah.
I just haven't updated the profile, but it's a +7 instead of a +3.
Yeah.
And that is, as far as I'm aware, literally the only difference.
Okay.
Surprisingly
So-
shit.
So, I'll roll to hit with the shock maul, but roll to damage with the other one.
Okay, just a star attack. Yep. He'll use a reaction. Let's see how this goes.
Parry
Parry.
or dodge.
A parry. And he parries you.
Ding,
Damn.
ding, ding, ding.
Delta 5.
Oh no.
There we go.
Bruh.
Very, very bra moment. Okay, let's get the psychic table out.
Come with me, bro.
Spells.
I cunt. What are you, an anti-psyker? Probably.
Oof.
I'll be happy to know that I have absolutely nothing to counter anti-psykers.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, I got something.
The
It's
closest
called
thing I
killing
have,
them.
the only thing I have is a psychic hood.
I have something against that. It's called I Cast Fist.
Indeed.
So,
That was a good solution for everything.
he's going to hover in the air for a moment, T-posing,
Fucking.
and then he outstretches his arms, and the blades come out of their sheaths and into his arms, his hands rather. And he looks directly at you, Showa, and says, "I see you, Skull." And he says this into your head, like telepathically.
And I hear you, Buck.
Kind of chuckles a bit, and kind of goes, "Let us dance."
Oh.
And he, with a graceful leap, he bounds in front of you. Now give me a minute, I'm going to look up some bullshit powers that are in these books.
Yee, same.
Well then, I will concede. You've got yourself a worthy enemy.
Oofed. Actually, no, we'll leave that till next round. Let's just make him do a regular force tax he charged, so... Alright. So I need to make a focus test, from what I remember, to channel the force staggers or whatever.
Is it trying to stun me now? Does this count as psychic power?
Well, he's using the force weapons. I was just wondering if you could refresh me on how it works again, because I think you channeled them
Oh, right.
first, yeah.
Basically, whenever you make an attack, so whenever you deal whenever you deal damage to someone,
Yep.
you roll a psychic focus test, and
Right.
you gain a number of extra d10s equal to
Star
1
rating.
for the initial success, 1 for the second success, and then every two successes after that.
Oh, it's to be a success. Alright. Well. We'll try
That
and
was
hit
how we
you
decided
first.
it works anyway. Alright.
Jesus.
Well, before that, because he tried to hit me, he takes 4 energy damage.
Okay.
Which bypasses toughness and armor.
Right.
Fire shield. As the flames surrounding my body whip against him.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he takes a little bit of singeing from the flames as he charges in.
And I will attempt to parry.
Yay.
Probably gonna be the only one who fails. Let me see. Anything I got for this one? Let's see. It is a balanced weapon. With the good quality. Does that do anything else?
+5 to hit if it's good. And if it's balanced, you get another +10 to the parry, so you get +15.
Anything else? No.
Oofed.
Fuck. And a Torx rolled for me, by the way.
Could fate it if you want.
I already faded. I don't have any left.
Oofed.
Remember the force power
Oh,
test?
oh, yeah.
Didn't you get all your fate points back there?
Did we get all our fate points back?
Yeah, everyone gets all the fate points back this session.
Then
so-
I will fate.
Alright.
Fucking.
Hey!
Yeah.
The fire meets the blue glowing blade. And there's just a fly of animu sparks as the two swords clash. Well, not swords,
Yeet.
but the sword and the two daggers like clash.
Did you make someone as edgy as me for this fight? I feel flattered.
Not quite as edgy. That'll be his go. Ziv!
Yes. Time to kill this lad.
Do
Alright.
what you can, but move away from Showa. Seriously.
Okay, don't really think I can do that now though. You'd get a.
You can attack him. You can attack him and move.
Yeah, and then try and parry
Sure.
that.
In that case, I'm going to do 9 then. And it's standard attack. Actually, I'm going to do something very different. I'm going to do a. Just gotta get the rulebook here to double check it, because swift attack. I got that.
Alright. I'm gonna try swift
Hey.
attack on this boy.
So, just gonna double check what was the dealio with swift attack.
You literally, every 2 degree success gets you an additional hit. Literally all it is. And you just pick the modifier and it'll negate it for you.
Yeah, the modifier swift attack, and I'm guessing I'm getting no additional modifiers in this side.
Besides your weapon quality, no. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be Nastron, so I'm guessing there's no modifier.
You get +5 because it's at least good quality, I think.
Okay. I will use a fate point.
Okay.
This was rather unfortunate. And +5.
Oof.
That was even more horrible.
Well, damn the sun.
What is Nastron?
That's my power scythe. Well,
Okay.
demonic Power
It translates to the Dead Strand, or the Death Strand.
Yes.
I believe that's everything.
Whoa. I've failed twice. I don't even think I can use more fate points,
You
and I don't
cannot,
think
no.
I should.
Not unless Nala wants to be like, have one of my food.
No, your life isn't in direct threat.
Nah,
so-
don't waste it on me.
Nala, it's your turn.
Alright. So I've got a couple choices here.
Yep.
If I do the thing where I run back to get a charge, it's gonna give them attack opportunity, yeah?
It's gonna give 2 of them an attack opportunity on here.
Yeah, no, I don't really want that. I'm gonna attack this one between me and Bill here.
Sounds legit.
I will say,
With the
I
mace
will-
and all that ball.
just for once more, just so you all know, Showa has warned out loud to move away from him.
I can't. I can't.
That is too bad. 'Cause I
Ooh.
will not change what I'm about to
Fucking
do.
oofed. Jesus.
Honestly, one. There. There are
It
two
might be
people in the
necessary, to be fair, whatever it is.
There are two people in the
look.
party who aren't even main characters that aren't in your influence, dude.
As long as at least one person can get back to the ship and take the plasma drive home, we've won. Problem solved.
Technically, yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, you could technically run away, but
Any modifier for this with the Mesomolag ball? From Hatred or whatever?
Do you get a bonus for ganging up?
you do, yes. Well, I'll allow it this once. It's kind of weird, though, because there's also another guy attacking you, then there's one attacking Ron, so in some games that would kind of cancel out, but I'll give it to you, actually. So you
Okay,
get a
so
plus
what's the
10.
total
I'll give you,
modifier?
I'll give you a plus 10, and then plus 10 for hatred, and so forth, so plus 20. Oof.
Ooh, lad.
Roll damage, Nullis. Oof.
Yeet.
Well, let's see how this
And that's
guy
on this
is
one
doing.
here.
This bitch empty.
Take it, cunt!
Does that felling, Nullis?
Yes, it has felling 4.
Oofed.
Oh,
Turning fruits into vegetables.
one
It also
bonk
has,
at
you
a
know,
time.
it also has a power field and concussive imbalance and stuff.
Yeah, you cosh this guy in the fucking head so hard. And yeah, his faceplate's just crumpled in, and there's just oil and ooze and other biomass, like fluid, just leaking out from it now. He looks like he's in a bit of distress.
Does concussive do anything to him?
Yes, it does. Let me double check
Very
that again.
Big bruh.
That stunned you, right?
I believe
You
it
failed
does.
the
Yeah,
toughness
I'll
test.
double check. What's the number on the concussive?
It just says concussive.
Alright. See how this goes.
Oof.
Let's see. Okay, the guy is knocked on his ass
Very nice.
and stunned for a single round.
Okay,
You
could I
basically
also-
dunk him on the head so far he holds the floor.
Could I also look at this guy and just like do the thing where you put the thumbs up and then the thumbs down?
The Roman Colosseum, yes.
Yeah, and roll and intimidate.
Yeah, roll and intimidate with plus 10.
Oh, it's like with the gladiator from For Honor.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof. Okay. His movements seem to stiffen slightly as he sees this. It's one of his colleagues just got knocked in the head. Show her. It's your boy, Gret.
Before I do this, let me say I apologize previously, but I did warn you.
I've always lost on the initiative.
I'm terribly sorry.
So, looking at him after we clashed blades, Showa stands up somewhat more straight and says, It is common balance to introduce yourselves in duels. So allow me. As he raises his sword in front of his face, as the flames around him begin to consume his form, I will cast 2 psychic powers. 1 unfeathered, 1 feathered.
Oof.
In this order. First, a unfeathered fiery form.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay. Please don't fail. Yes! Which
Alright.
does the following. As his entire body is covered head to toe in fire.
Aw, shit. Here we go again.
And for my second half action, I will cast a feathered hate storm, which is now a very
Icelandic Eurovision intensifies.
I will use my last infamy point to reroll that.
Alright.
Because that is fucking I cannot. If I fail any one of these powers, it messes up my strategy entirely.
Yep.
It's a fucking 86, man. Why? Yes.
There you go.
Good enough.
Not bad.
Okay. Everyone in this... actually, I can just make an aura. Alright. Let's see. I will have to make 2 auras for this, actually. Which is within equal to his psi rating in meters. So 1 will be 5 meters. I'll make that one yellow. And the other, which will be red, will be 3 meters. Everyone within the yellow, area, Stu,
Yep.
is frenzied, as if they possess the frenzy talent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even angrier than normal.
And everyone within the red area, at the end of my turn, take 1d10 plus... Actually, did I do that? No, I didn't do that right. The area is slightly larger.
We cannot see the aura, by the way.
I can see it, so...
I'm looking at the stream.
Yeah.
Sorry, the area is slightly larger, which is why I
Jane is
apologize to
safe.
everyone.
Yes, Jesus.
Jane is still safe.
Everyone within the red area takes 1d10 plus 4 energy damage with a pen of 0 and the flame quality at the end of each of my turns.
Okay.
Including this one?
Oh shit.
And I will have to actually, I shouldn't have done that because I have to change his token. Because this token...
Well, I could copy the
That's changed.
token, actually.
Just put another token over the top.
I can't see the aura at all, actually. They're just red.
Oh no, there's 2 of them!
They've multiplied.
Hold on. Where did I fucking put that then? Didn't I say that Where should I save it? It's just called that. So what the fuck is it?
Wait, he's
If
gonna-
it's just
I'm
generally
gonna
in
dab
the
out the evening,
library, you
guys.
usually can't
No
access
worries.
it in
I'll
other
wait.
people's
Go
games.
forth without me. Luckily, my character is fairly easy to play. If I'm in close combat, hit him with the sword. If I'm not close combat, aim, shoot. All good. Jeff, no guys.
See you, man.
Okay,
Okay.
see ya. Just wait for a moment. And here we are. Hold on. Fucking stop that.
Bruh.
As he is entirely covered in fire. And he will continue what he said earlier with my name is Shoa von Ignium Nuclear. What is yours? No, actually, it was tell me yours and perish in flames. And I will roll the energy damage.
Yeah.
That was a crit.
Oofed.
On everyone in that area.
Oh.
There is no dodging.
But there's no pen,
It is-
so. Oof.
There's no pen, so if you have 14 armor, you're good.
I'm assuming it hits center mass.
It hits everything.
Does it
inside
ignore
equally.
toughness?
No.
Excellent.
Okay.
If you have a total like damage reduction of 14, you take none of the damage, but you still gain the flame quality. But you still catch on fire if you fail an agility test.
Yeah, definitely catching fire.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Okay.
Okay,
The damage that gets minus from toughness is like the toughness divided by 10, right?
It's your toughness bonus, so you just reduce
Yeah,
whatever
And
damage.
that's the little number.
you...
I can't see the aura.
It's
but
what
I'm
it is in
assuming-
tens and the little number, so like you would reduce by 4 since you have a toughness of 4 and unnatural toughness 4.
Can you see my
Okay,
arrows?
so that's 8
Yep.
total from just.
I can see your arrow.
8 total just from the toughness
That's
and
the
also your
area.
armor.
Oh, okay, then I don't take any.
Yeah,
damage
you're
from
fine.
it.
Great.
If I don't get hit in the body, the left arm, or the head, I take no damage.
Let's see. There's no. Let's see. What was the target? It is connected to.
Right, I will assume it hits all of me, and I'll just average my armor class, because that seems reasonable.
It basically strikes you, but as I said, you just reduce it by your armor toughness, so you're probably fine.
Reduce
I'm
by-
only wearing
Yeah.
bits of armor.
You're wearing your full armor monk suit, so 9.
During his soldier days, he was fighting alone. He would usually push this power.
I'll also try to steer a bit
Give him
away.
Which usually gave him a +9.
Ooh.
You catch on fire.
Yeah.
When you catch on fire and you can't put it out, that fire damage bypasses toughness, I believe.
Just armor, I believe.
You sure?
If bypasses armor.
I thought it was just armor.
I think it varies from game to game, honestly. Because in some of the games, flame is really.
Yeah,
shooting
it
out
doesn't
the system.
bypass armor, so.
Okay.
Right.
What was the fire damage again, sorry?
Fire
14.
damage every round.
Okay, let me check the
Oh,
rules.
alright, so the 14 is the fire damage, okay.
Yeah,
That's the energy damage.
which is the fire
Catching
damage, but yeah.
For now. Next round, they'll be taking catching on fire damage.
Yeah, if they are successfully caught on fire, they'll take it.
Cool.
So, Ursula, did you take any damage from it?
I took 4 on the grounds of I am missing 2 major armor pieces.
Yeah.
So I just average the armor across the entire body.
Alright, okay.
So I've taken reduced, but not completely reduced.
And Ziv, you took some damage as well, didn't you?
How much damage was it overall?
14, so but reduce that by your armor and toughness.
Armor and toughness.
Yep.
14 minus armor and toughness. That would be 3.
Okay.
That's the fire rules, by the way.
Yep.
The only one who doesn't catch on fire from this is, ironically enough, me.
Also Jane.
Also Jane.
Yay!
But this...
Wouldn't Maru also? Or
Yeah, Maru
Nah,
doesn't catch on
Maru's
fire, but he
more or
is
less
frenzied.
I would hope that this like warp fire is not going to be the kind of warp fire that cooks off all of our ammunition.
It functions like real fire.
Oh dear.
This is why he warned you.
Mm-hmm. I definitely had chance to act on that warning.
I do believe I warned you before your turn.
I did. I just couldn't instantly. Sorry about that.
So I believe Ziv, Ursula, and Ron are on fire.
Yep.
Yes, I am.
Oofed. I'll put tokens for you. Just some orange. I'll account for the damage on your turn from the flames and stuff.
And don't forget the willpower test,
Yeah, there's that as
which
well.
should technically be at a -10 at least, due to the environment you're in. Being that
It's in the void.
is basically everything is hairs on fire, essentially.
Willpower test for what?
Being
When
on
it's
fire.
Read the fire rules.
So is there anything else, Shoba?
No,
Okay.
that is unfortunately it.
So we've nearly finished round 1 of this combat.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it after Ron's turn for tonight.
Right. Would I be affected by this since my suit is completely environmentally sealed, or would I still have to make the willpower
You
test?
wouldn't it's weird, right? The way I would look at this is there's not, the armor itself hasn't caught fire, but there are flames lingering around you that are kind of heating up
Right.
some of the systems and going through some of the very fine like parts of the armor where the joints are and stuff. So
Right.
so basically, let's see.
Have you ever seen a hot car on a warm day?
So this is a willpower test to
To act normally, basically. Yeah.
negate.
I'll give you a
Yep.
+10 for the fact that you're in.
Does this count as being from a psychic source for the purposes of resistance?
I'm gonna say no, because fire is normally a natural phenomena for this. So.
Alright.
But you are also getting your frenzy bonus, so you'll also get a +20. So.
If I was casting a fire power directly at you, then yeah. But this is just
Right.
a side effect.
So I get a +10 from what exactly? What was the first +10?
For the fact that you're in an environmental suit of armor, so you don't feel
Alright.
that in danger. Yeah, you can act pretty much normally and just ignore the flames. It'll do D10 damage, ignoring armor, and you take a little fatigue. However, your toughness honestly might just sponge this. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not expecting the Space Marines to be very hurt from this.
Oh, good.
Can't say I'm
Almost not worried
surprised.
about.
We have the same
spot a
target, my
thought.
friend.
Right, I'm gonna use Thunderous Charge to charge this lady and bump into this dude next to him
Okay.
to knock him over.
Yeah.
Ron has probably seen this before, TBH.
Why do you keep reminding me of Istvan? I'm trying to forget. You know this. Alright.
It's what I do. It's my namesake.
Oofed. So he is just knocked a little bit on his ass.
Oh yeah, in addition to this, I also run into the lady, trying to knock her over, and then making my attack.
Okay.
Takedown.
Not takedown.
No, I'm just using the thunderous charge for this.
Oofed. Let's see. She is going to use an infamy point.
Ooh.
Almost. Not quite.
Shut the fuck up, Dex build.
She's actually got a lot of strength for a dex build as well.
Not enough.
Oofed. Yep. So
Nearly.
knocked down a little bit.
She's 2 off.
Oofed.
2 degrees of success off.
Right.
Actually, don't make that jump anyway.
So you're gonna make your charge attack.
Yes.
Okay. Right. She's gonna parry you from the floor.
That's a
Let's-
prone parry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cute. I shall, I'm going to use Unstoppable Wrath
Okay.
to push through this and spend an infamy point.
Alrighty. Is this one where it forces me to reroll it?
It is...
Or is this the one where you just auto hit or whatever it is?
Yeah, it is essentially meant to ignore the parry and just go through it using a strength check.
Ah,
That
right.
is
Okay.
opposed, I believe.
It's opposed. Interesting.
Yep, it's an opposed strength test.
Okay. Oof. Jesus.
Oof. Damn, son.
She just kind of slaps her gauntlet away with one of her mechadendrites as you try
Well,
to
funny thing is, that means I miss,
hit or miss, I guess.
so I can use Blade Master.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why not?
I guess they never miss her.
Bruh.
You're pulling so many technicalities out of your character's
Yeah,
ass
I mean, that's what
right
he
now.
does. So. Oof.
Yep. Oh, that's a
That's a weapon skill.
would be a plus 10, and I probably get a bonus for being.
Let's see.
If not, that's fair enough.
For her being prone? I do believe so.
Yeah, I'll give you a plus 10 for being prone, so that's 1 degree.
Yep, and
Maybe
it
you're-
is. Yeah,
Let's see.
yeah, because it's plus 10 for being a standard attack, which I did not take into consideration, and
Well, it's a charge, but yeah. Anyway, let's
Yeah.
see her strength. Oof.
Well, you succeed.
Yeah, you succeed with a hit.
damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeetus Marinus.
34. Pen of 10.
Is this just like the scene where the Hulk throws Loki around?
He has the kind of weapon where you roll damage thrice and take the highest one.
I know, but it still stands.
Aye, fair enough.
Oof. Oh, yeah, it also has a toxic 0.
Well,
Okay.
of course she isn't standing, but
I shall roll La Toxic. Her systems compensate for the vile corrosive substance.
Beep boop yeet yeet yeet.
Bruh.
Okay. Is
I
that the end?
I think we'll end it there for tonight. So, hope you've all had a good time. And are there any final thoughts you guys have?
I apologize grievously.
parry this casual.
Now,
Dex
who is
builds
good
get the
boy?
chain fist too.
Oof.
Also, Ibsten's 5 got nothing on show.
Say the lines.
The biggest
Whoa.
roast since the Star 5. Just...
We're about to see some.
Seems the Mechanicus is about to get sickly.
Oof.
I
I'm
know
also
that's
really
right.
happy. I'm also really happy that Black Crusade is one of the games of 40k where the flame quality is actually kind of good.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly.
And on that bombshell, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good one.